Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, Memorial Stadium and home to the Missouri Tigers, where we are anticipating quite a clash on Faroe Field today. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense takes the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
On second down, they'll take to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick strike complete.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point.
He's going up top. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Missouri's offense will get the ball for the first time. When you have a weapon like this on the outside and a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away, it's going to be a great matchup, guys.
It's so fun to see how you attack great safeties in the middle of the field. Are you willing to do that, or are you going to try to live on the perimeter? This offensive matchup will be great.
Yeah, normally you'd say receiver versus safety, the receiver's going to win. This safety, though, has got the speed to run with this guy, and he's going to make it interesting back there.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The no-frills unis, but big-time swag from their backers in getting the sack.
Yeah, and we are linebacker U. We find linebackers year after year that get after the quarterback that are so athletic, just straight playmakers.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Wants to throw. It's Glover. He's got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. The sure hands, it's Miller. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The running back takes his track off right tackle here.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Oh, what a move. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. The Tigers are on the move. They'll throw it on first down. Got a man, it's Jackson. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. 8th play of the drive coming up. Wants to fire on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Couldn't pick it up on second down. Now they need a couple on third down. Looking to throw for it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Ready to try the point after. Right down the boulevard. A 69-yard touchdown drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll run it. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Catch is made at the 15. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They go to the ground. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Off the play fake. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Glover. Getting some heat. Tight end finds a soft spot. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Comes out throwing on first down. Got a man, it's Miller.
Hey, listen, as a receiver, you're running that hitch route against man coverage. You can't loaf on it, right? I know it's just a little short throw, but you've got to make the defender think you might be going deep. So a nice job not just taking it easy on the play. He put his foot in the ground, he drove back to the ball, and made it easy on his quarterback.
We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Here's the handoff. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires the pass, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Penn State! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Final update, guys, in the battle between Smarty and Michigan and the fight over Paul Bunyan's trophy. Michigan proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Wolverines team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Hits it with a stiff arm. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. Dropping back, it's Glover. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. The play action fake. They're bringing heat. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And picking up the 1st down will be nice here, but also important, get some cushion for the punt team. Fires to the tight end.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively there. 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Ready to fire from the pistol. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Miller. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd down, going up top. And here's a fumble way behind the line. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Snares it outside. It's crossed. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They'll go to the ground. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Dropping back, it's Glover. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. They'll try to run for it. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Going up top on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. Finds his big tight end. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits those uprights right in half. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Catch in the middle, it's Miller.
Man, I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Glover. Touchdown, Missouri! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. He'll work his way down to the 28. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put throws toward the end zone. And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive.
This kid's got a big-time leg, man. He hit that into the wind, and it looked like that could have been good from 50.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Columbia. And it'd be easy to say these 2 offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll open the second half on the ground. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. He's got 50 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. Right back to the well. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Glover. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Nice job by this defense. That's the way to set the tone in the second half. First drive, get them in a third down, get the sack, get the football to your offense. That is how you get back in this game really quickly.
So Missouri will have to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Singleton. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Back to pass, it's Glover. Pressure coming. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Purdue is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Purdue, Pete, isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over New Mexico. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Trying to pick it up on the ground. At the 45 on his way. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Quarterback on the keeper. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. And the Nittany Lions are marching down the field. The back goes in motion. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Looking for a crease. It's Allen. Finds a crease at the 20. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Able to get one down to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Brings up second down.
They feed him again. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And I tell you what, when you get inside 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. That's caught. It's crossed. Obliterates him, still on the move. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Reeled it in and just made the house call. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. All tied up and just about set to kick it away.
Number 89, set to advance on the football.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to power their way ahead. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. A high kick trying to pin them deep. On the move, it's Saunders. He gets a block. A huge return there, steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. He's gonna pass. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Penn State! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're just about ready to kick it away.
Penn State, 31, Missouri, 24.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Off play action on 1st down. Feeling some heat. Complete to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. finds his big tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Got his man quickly. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. The run to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Handoff to the single running back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. He's up to 57 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. They want to run it left here. This Nittany Lion defense has just been suffocating. The front seven has been dominant. Guys like Jack Ham would be proud.
Yeah, just big, physical, just owning the guys up front. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The Penn State D-line just dominating this football.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Running back searching for a hole. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Bulldoze ahead, he's down at the 18 after picking up 5. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Now, 4th down.
They'll run for it on 4th down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I got to challenge my guys all throughout the week. When we get in these short yardage situations, who's the bigger man? Who's the better man? Who's going to be more physical? These are the situations we practice all week. Challenge the manhood of the offensive line.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. He'll start this drive firing. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
This play will be a big indication of whether this drive goes anywhere on 2nd and long from the 11. Going to the running game. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. It is going to be nearly impossible to hear right now, and this offense is going to have to get locked in. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. This defense will try to get the ball back for their offense, or at least prevent a score here late in the 4th. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll start this drive with a pass. Can't hang on across the middle on 1st down, and maybe he was worried about the shot he was going to take. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Saunders. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Looking to move it through the air. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Glover. This time he's got it. Come out on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th. He'll throw on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Miller. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He's looking to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Score is deadlocked, and the clock is winding down. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Got his man downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. On the run, it's Jackson. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. On the ground with the counter. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. We're getting deep in the game, and this is for the lead. And it's good. He drove it through the uprights. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played late.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation.